Hello, me nuanom. Ɛnɛ da nso maame ne wo nka biribi mfa adeɛ bi a ɛyɛ a yɛtaa ka ho asɛm ɛwɔ yɛ textbooks mu, ɛwɔ yɛ books mu, yɛkyerɛ wɔ school ne baabi bebree wonim nkɔfoɔ di nkitaho a ɛyɛ what they call the benefits of colonization. Nea mopa akyerɛ na yɛ nsɛm bi a mepɛ sɛ me ne wo ka saa deɛ sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛhu atorɔsɛm bi a ɔmo akyerɛ yɛn na ɔmo gu so kyerɛ yɛn na abibifoɔ yɛagye ato mu. Nkanka ne sɛ wokɔ ɛsom mu, wokɔ schools no mu a nneɛma yɛkyerɛ saa nneɛma a meka yi ɛwɔ yɛ textbooks mu. Wohwɛ social studies ne nkoraa sese basic hɔ hwɛ ɔmo history ne sometimes religious and moral education and then ɔmo frɛ no OWAB no, our world our people no a wobɛhu saa nsɛm yi a me ne wo ka ho asɛm yi mu. Neɛ atorɔ baako a ɔmo adi na ɔmo go so di kyerɛ yɛn ɛkyerɛ abibifoɔ ɛyɛ asɛm a ɔmo frɛ no the benefits of colonization. Neɛ ɔmo pa akyerɛ nyinaa sɛ mfasoɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ aborɔfo ɛne Arabs deɛ ɛyɛ a yɛmu bebree nkae but nti ma menka Europeans no bɛpa mɛkyerɛ no so ɛbɛdi abibifoɔ so anaa foreigners bi bɛdi abibiman so anaa abibifoɔ so no mfasoɔ a ɛwɔ mu. Me nuanom saa asɛm yi ɛnwanwa sɛ nipa yɛtumi kyerɛ abibifoɔ yɛtumi kyerɛ nipa tuntum sɛ mfasoɔ bi wɔ so sɛ obi bɛdi wɔ so obi bɛtɔɔ wo no mfasoɔ a ɛwɔ so. Me nuanom sɛ wode to mfa nto ho a wode bɛtumi atoto ho paa ne sɛ warepu obi arepu obi na yɛkyerɛ ne mfasoɔ a ɛwɔ rape mu. Mefa nsɛ sɛ woyɛ ɔbaa na obi adi wo dɛm sei na obi atwerɛ wɔ book mu mfasoɔ a ɛwɔ na yɛkyerɛ nkoraa yɛkyerɛ mmɔfra yɛkyerɛ mpanyimfoɔ the benefit of it. Wone nkɔfoɔ a akɔ school bebree di nkita ho a saa adwe obi a ɔmakyerɛ ne saa asɛm wei. The benefits of colonization. In fact, there is no benefit to colonization. Colonization has no benefit. Colonization, obofunu bedi so beto ye do, mfaso bi ani so. Eye oseye ne nto ene nkwasom na obode baaye. But ma menka ne ya o kan benefit no. Ne benefit ya o mota aka religion. So mo de som bi breye. Almost like language, almost the kasa bi bre, do Africa, French, English, Portuguese, and a common pa. Almost like education, almost the school bre, you know, sometimes even the political system, be so about your politician, and go governance, so governance system is so sad. We will be a Western area, hope, sad near mammy, but then Kofu Casano, I mean, I can be almost as a way. Be almost say, one can't Britain, the BD, so and son of Walker, one can't factory and a firm. Company beer and a factory Britain see no Ghana wɔ ha. Odi more than 100 years. Because say factory ben no musi and a factory ben no musi ya e create jobs for people. But many of baby I do go me bu bebre umbisa ya unya binka. Me as a churcheni ubisa benefit benefits of colonization on religion be on the so-called Orthodox churches no on Anglican Presby Catholics ne sa ne ya ba education so the free because God's best schools or chiachimota fantepemino all the missionary schools no na ya keka sa asem no na ya san about language entina kabrofoti ya sobrofo mu say ade papa bia o mo de bre mini anum say wasua ade asa ni ma enye benefit na me say ete say wo ka che oba say ya repu ama wanya ba ya repu ama say utimu uni ni patimi da I mean sebe wo dwen ho aye kaye abodam semo ye sebe aye fratamfo nsempa say wo badwen ho ya mini anum Britain dia obedia na abrofo no twa beto bibi man no emfaso bi ani so but jay how ni dem die epepem na yi a me no ka say na brepa mema wa hu sa dem die bebre wo abrabo mo hwe factory ben no mo ye Ghana o mu use Africa as exporting raw materials because the factory no o mo ye no hefa o mo ye factory no o mu krom o mo capitals ho o mo krom na ha no o mo ji resources na o mo de ko Because say railway no kura omo ye no mo ye nse. Ghana de omo ye to Awaso, omo ye to Hiva Pristia, omo ye to say Adentia because of natural resources, gold, because of bauxite, aluminium, and this honey manity no omo ye. In this obi a why railway say be dey call baby a me menya mfaso every no obi catch them say hey mfaso there. The botai business or yes any pabede commuting and I de be bibi fufuro bia na ba bia onu nya mfaso free no ekono ye call ye beyond that one ye factory bi any wa bleti bi e di processing cocoa agana tin gold ye de ye and up to today ntimi ye na ne oye nti o ndibrepa memo ati ase me nuanom ye economic dependency me nuanom colonization na ye go through nko ato mefa ye to ato be di yes no me nuanom in fact, it was a tool for destruction of our systems. And then omudi say bibia, omudi say kasa, omudi say sum, omudi say education, omudi say warrior, omudi say governance system, omudi say bibia. In fact, a name we say ni patuntum Ghana near why you confused. But we say a politician now or you're economically dependent. Who besides say crime no be for so a develop my my akoswa. You all can say this is broji be wa me. Indeed, obi a did the concept of dependency, powerlessness, or the helplessness. Me mean to me, this will be beboa me. We know what beboa. Me no, and you know correct that. But my main country on the entire benefit. They say it's a when you have neutralization. So would you be them park see na broso? Ni penny any say dia we ye broso. You bit my and say over 10 watch any name be a man who said, yeah, we no fast also. And if a neutralization proposition. Now, first, you have a cognitive dissonance. Say, my deep bonnet pa, na my brainy pans bibia, aya den say, me van say, nipa, we say, me kind, well, repo, now why ye be nebia, rape out of the rape no bia. Nancy winya beat say baby free mu na wo hwe ba no na wo hwe say master no wo hwe nyema bia o mede ba it say religion language no say wo use a say sabre utimu a den say wo begye tum say sa nipa na o de religion ne ba no o de school ne ba o de bese wo eniti ese say wo kan sem a eye ebema wo wadwen no begye tum say eye and that is what they do. Each of them are the brony the business religion now or the buy and religion or the buy or the one some ne buy. Kai say Portuguese for Ghana, it was in the 14th century. But before that, Ghana has existed thousands of years. Even Africa for the millions of years never existed. Na wuni mi nyame ana. Na wuni mi nyame ana. Na wuni obo ade na. Ne enim no wo hwe we bi se onyame mawu ewe nim ne twi ne kasa ne bia ne kasa ahodo na ye wo no a sa word no na de brew e che wo se na huni mu onyame but rather oba be kire wo se wo kwan ne nye na ono ne de ne ye ne be wo ze ya trosep ya tro then ye oye nyina se o che se ono na mamre in fact enye ono kwan ne na mamre na wo kire wo his religion Christianity is a culture of the Europeans. Islam is a culture of the Arabs. Obi was ya de bia unim sa de we. Nti mo obi na da say obi nti nyansani bi ka say religion is a deification of another's culture. O say woma obi amamre yet say nyame bi obi amamre no fa ne say nyame o fa ne say on esom and it is part of white supremacy and racism. Minyanum yemfa religion na omo se omo de bae no na meche o se no na ebe che onyame no na beche okwan ya in fact ufa uko religion bi e wo wiase a inti na ufa Islam Quran na edin ni niema examples ni nyina ya Arab for niema na wo it is a reflection, it's a culture, the identity din bibia na for mom amamre ho fa Bible no so the same thing. Nyame wo mu nyina European for names examples ni nyina ya omo culture na wo mu but over religion bia na book omo use no nyina no eyenkofo na ho ne omamamle ne omo din na wo mu but before nkwan follow religion books no eka nsem fa nkofo bi no wagye di no wodi akire kan ye kire wo pa ne se kasa religion no se wodi no identity nimu ne wo hunimu a kan nya wodi asa nyame ne onimu. That's the truth. Minanum yam minutes are name my own ye. Nti metima twere book akoma oba book no a yesi ye de koma oba o ye de koma ma sa book no ne ka fa ho nyina ye mema ho asema se ne mema ne ma mema ho nsem na ye ka na me de akoma oba se oba wo kan sa book ma mo kan sa book adi fa ho de be boa mo ne book no nsem nyina mfa ma ho ne ma na je tumu sa be boa Minianum, Sani my ebraso said the adwin ye adwuma ebraso say be dwen ne ma bi ho minianum enya no kre ndi religion bia book no fa ne ho na ye na ye tiase ne ntia ye de mfa because sa religion na even colonization it was imposed on us eya before eya obi ne ba ha obedi yeso ade ne one na mamre ne religion amaye no so obi ne religion amawa wo pa chese boa wo no me ni na free the concept of white supremacy racism and he say obi gidi se nye de na ye ono ne nyame ayi no se ono ne nkyira afoforo kwan ya yemfa so eye de na se be arab ni e be kire bibini kwan ya yemfa so nso in fact before arabs for no but na bibini ni nyame dada before obi european ni ba 14 ho na ye ni nyame dada na ya sum nyame ti nyame ase ni na trache that is imposition. Minianum, the question of language. Minianum, I wouldn't go for Dinkoma, Abra, who says a bit, Ubisi, Wakusku, Tinema, no, Cassie language. Brofo, I can't Portuguese, I can French or benefit. Minianum, it is one of the tools in West development history. Country being who were developed with a foreign language. And it did before who so no. You confused the foreign language in actually. Yeah. Now, so who use foreigners language and they have say most of the time foreign language you could see in school. Then the part do send the school. Then the part do send crown a tisa or my school or tisa adenase. In the way yes, I pay what development from a masses ni padu dona uko mind be even including Europe work or more sabi or Mako University or Mako formal so-called formal education, whether in Europe or America, better or more less than the population that have not been through that system. Now, about Africa, over Africa, baby, nipa na eti omu local language, no, so sense foreign languages na you use no French, ne Portuguese, na you use English, no. And what it means is that se ka o pese o boa who develop obia ka who use the system now or not tiase and the language or in fact communication, you can communication first, you can audience, no, ni o tiase no, ne who use se o pese o boa na, but se o pese o boa de o use language I want tiase, no my no. But there is a research on how language affects unity and cooperation. Oma ye nsehwemu bi efa say kasa ye kano e din kabomu any development ba. But omu use bibi games bi coordination game no omu use Africa for say Africa for kasa ye nkamomu nya de a sisi hwen o kasa ye nkamomu ya yenye baby e kabomu ye osom baby e kabomu political party baby e kabomu ye sane mfa eno na mecha o say sane ma develop because ka ye som no ne political party ni sabe ye awade ne ya kabomu ye ne ya kabomu ka eno na di development ba aden ne ka ye sane ma nya na ye so na ye dwane free ye continent aden ne go for desert so ko ndi ya ma was the benefit of so be a one for develop one for factory one for industry and no na we are the developer country be a what develop be a say China develop there no oye and so o produce a lot of things now sent to the global economy o yes na o ma nya sika o nya income na no the bonne bra. The country be a develop they are relying on this. Development is about industrialization, it's about factories and firms. And no ye no go vono etu kwa nkope no ye no. Sebe on kwa sore ana onyi sumbi no o gana free ni mai mu ana. Se ka wo see development there religion no ni language ni education no am say a benefit of colonization ka manipa di develop there. Ade de ko wo sa na mai no o se ni krom nye ni man nye ade ntia onya adwuma nye. It to tell you niema hu hia nipa Nyema nipa hia economic se onipa no enya adwuma ye no wanyi so anya ne obedi ne obehye ene na hu hia na eno na Britain for afama na eno na abrofo na afama ye no nyema hu hia sabe nyema se wadwe hu nyema hu hia pa religion no it was irrelevant because we nyame that who they didn't help out me ade am want do I need it. You want to confuse me na eno na why you to education no educational system not the way he had his own. Yet there was very good. Yet there was made you independent. Obi question interest ni 50 now. Obi okasa wa unemployed. But maybe for 2 years, so-called formal education, we was me per jumo, mini, when you're juma, he feels so useless. No, what was Kabiano, a bush, I know what he done. We know your education. That tells you how dependent the education is. Said we can also say it's a piglet system. It is a that is the system they have created. The education of the black education. Remember when education and education, you find miseducation, indoctrination, distraction, condemnation. Obi obe fight through education. Obe you know ya church in GDA bin name be in fact some education no indoctrination some. And then say no schools no ma obi wie exercise you bet my answer also on tell sorry they obey me. But because one creative BB one for BB ma won't me. Because that's what he was really taught. That's what the practice, what we call curriculum, no? What is really the total experience of the learners, and it's more religious. It's really not for him to think critically. It's not really to question religion. The education they claim is a benefit is not for any benefit. It is a miseducation. In fact, we have never been educated because true education is in a culture, it's in a context. Local aspiration, nation, so there. Ni obi school na okọ en hwe niam ewo mu ne ba be na ebo ya ebo kwadwo dantidin ye bo kwasi anson din wo mu ye bo yi doche bi wo mu ngofo examples ni models ni nyina fa nkofo bi ho nti we wo education ana enti da meka je say ka education bia woni representation wo even some bia any form of education whether some woni representation woni identity it's not for you, and that is it. The language you know we use is not for you, and that should be clear. Me woni enta ye nti sa nem ya se ma twra dia emfa wo ho wo example nim wo models nim bibia emfa wo na obi se ya wo dia ya me dia wo kwan benso. But we are not questioning these things. I am one. But indoctrination, no, who to school, no, or the name of mouse, I went to me, genus, fatu bisa, there is no benefit to colonization. Colonization is a distraction. Colonization is an interruption to your development. And as it was in the past, it is still the same thing today. Colonization has never stopped. The physical ones or mobile territory, no, but there's mental. They say institution. It is promoted now through institution. School, no, law court, no, is through assuring and that is what colonization is. And it's a distraction, interruption of our development. And then no. In the end, one was say, Adia, Sabe, well, we poor be no what didn't them say, now want to mean Nante, what bubuno no, now what can fast will be also. Sabe, I was for, I'm one. But and so no be a train, watch the school no more, all this spreading neutralization. Near Madame Diwa GMD, Nene Yan said before, never be much before any ya Tronia Sans, was she had that near Masia. Besides, say, Brittany or Mosey language. I then a Brittany wonka French language. I then a Brittany wonka English language. I then a French ni, who say the French ni so camp Russian language. Now, bibini de jitu me says I make a French language na, and now my civilized. Make English na civilized. Make a Portuguese na. In the English ni one can French no one civilized. One can German ni one can Finnish no one civilized. I mean, won't I will be for that pen yet ya been to a and near my data, then no credit because or no yes, and the other no to me. Sabe wusu ye nipa sa only on se na wo babaji tum se wo de wo nya nipa dia won te se odo dia ende ba mo haje tum abusafo colonization no abese a rape a distraction. In fact, it's a bigger than rape because what they are saying in fact I mention some of the consequences of colonization, the lasting consequences. And you be na me catch will say amade say ye hu ni. I must say we are dependent, powerless, and helpless. Obi a obese school ni bua opa visa school ni bia wa go through the system. Obi a wonyi ni huni opa woni Ghana ni bi Africa ni won penny man wonyi ni man ni na so no opa obi man o and Chelsea BB is wrong. Inti matete oba bi nsabe yemfa sumi ya inti obetima tete Roman father no we are was a Catholic enye. What's it? Nessa what it is, no, we as a Catholic and what it is. No. I mean, let's think of it. Nti ubetima tete obi say oye preacher, Church of Christ preacher. No, we are not Church of Christ yet. Na in the first place no school na ye de church no Bible school na okoye. One Bible school na nti say no curriculum one na kire no. Nti omo kire ne say obe kire nkofo say enya na. I mean me ntiase o say yentime nwini sa anema we. Nti wugiri say ono ba be kire wo say but ubenya Ghana ni a wafa school mu ntete whether school even ya etifie yenko school formal school no yenko so mu na o kansem bone tia ne ho mbanka ya yeko school no so ko formal no na o kansem nti ubisa say ya tete no na obi kire wo say sa de wo yentete papa ba bia ya tete obi bia wo gidi wa ade mu wo gidi no obo ma ade no koso ba hwe Ghana fo oni yenkasa de hwe yensema yekafa ye mai ho nti yentete ye hwe wo obi ma school but rather school no na condemn ama wanya sa kasa na okasa tia wo man ene wa wo ho ne wo nkofo ho no nti ye dwane bebre and school no awfa mutura ni development model be permit when you watch you ni nyina say brame kwasi kokko. That is what the concept of colonization say dependency dime me no nyame so wo hia bibi abram ho ndu be hwe president political leaders now omu dwane ko ayi na yenkofo ko aje oh they are going for investors. No, it is colonization na mo abi nti America wo going for investors. Omu they talk about partnership and cooperation. They are not going for any investors. There is no investor than your local people. So what the concept of economics ni ya economics papa no nene o ma twa da no minianom ndi u bahwe niam o modi kan ye nyina religion is needless ye one is needless a foreign one is an imposition one and it's unnecessary ye hia language na me ka say prepare me language for development ni ama ye nkoso no ye language na me tell say coordination game no ma ye no ni omu hu ye ne say we use foreign language say English na Africa for ebo game nin kan mom but we use omu kan bomu and that is true but me pese mo be kan bo me pese me ye bibia mo betima ate mo nkofo no bete ase na mo betima ye ndi na makofa foreign language to confuse you na anything that you develop ye hu no say ya hwetwi ya make America brofo me yetimi kan nyina but we sabe wo kasa kire me language ma mete na mete ase the context and everything wo kasa kire me ni wo eve mu a wo te ase dagati mu a wo te ase awe ne omo kekan. Look at the constitution for language for development, language legal language there pinyanom ebra so se me no ebebie ya adwen mu education no so enya education miss education obi a na me se won't me mfa sabe obi mfa Roma father ntwe Roma no wi a o kan sem bone fa Roma ho o kan e ma bone na je se wa ntete no na nipa no a wotete no we failure because we develop such a system no we but say obi go through no on penny there na it was an education for him, it was an education for the colonizer. In fact the education is still colonizing, it's a colonizing tool. It's a mental colonizing tool. Omo dey towa adwen keke na wa pebronya asem wadi ne bronyi kan ye bia na wa fa ne sa na wadi akire eno na omo dey atoye no language so eno omo may develop no umpa your research no country has developed with a foreign language. China is as typical, Singapore no meaning our Malaysia no meaning our omo dey example for us meaning nti sa ne mai enye no kure na ma menka ne Google kafa colonization ho when mu abrofo ne ne ma no muti ne okan o say the practice of exploiting practice of extending political and economic control over a territory and its people, often involving occupation by settlers and systematic or exploitation of resources and labor for the benefit of the colonizing power. It imposed colonizers' culture, language, religion, and institution on the colonized, leading to the destruction of indigenous culture, economic dependency, and lasting political and social challenges. And the way because a benefit. I mean, this can be found out. Where go and do the research. Was it colonization was it obi beto we di wasase so ne nkofo so na wa show mo so na wa wi omo niema na wa form niema na afeso no o de one ne som abro o de ne kasa abro o de institutions abro ne bi za institution be na o de aba religion be na o de ba Islam and Christianity institution be na o na any na friend church in the mosque no any na friend niema be institution be ni legal system any school no himself in the Unam side way Muna say colonization has ended. Won't name us minianum. Anything a person would say no. Minianum Ebra so said before Ebehu near whom dem dear uncle for ye dear why I dream. Minianum, so Uniano ne or Tihado, say Wusika say, or Quabruchano be ya, Kaise colonization in a work with you. What Sen say, one corner master no, 1 master na, ni ye didn't in my mo. And so I go school. Neka go school akaya kire wo say Roman software wako Roman titima ya kire ni say Roman asum nye na odi Roman asum ni mu. Mommy, once that is madness at the highest. Sabe kai abodam sem. Say oti ase ya. So you bet training me will be mu na ya train me say teacher ni na me teacher ni me can sem boni for teaching of course who ko teaching mu dia obenya bebre sa or can sem boni na who say you training no papa ka training ni ya papa but unya doctor or ka doctor wan sem boni da but teaching mu dia obenya bi say honey damage no chance it's so sad but ndi abuja for me pese uhunya sem me no ni broni di bre bia wan fa mre we yi edi mu Bibi any ho, religion one farmer for ye, education one farmer for ye, language one farmer for ye. In fact, so what is the concept of white supremacy and your patches are known, need any dear chin, and any dear would dear chilati, would dear chilabedia so. Won't call him, never more dependent, powerless, and helpless. Now, first, we are confused, and then before you're confused. Do you hear, Brody, Bibi, I didn't be at the dinosaur? On Tiasia, no way, good so. But if I say na komo broni and Arab ni one penny, so we couldn't crawl by penny because and then the chain identity and the chain heritage by be free by one penny. But we did there, woman the DVR by you, who friend of Joe or Befa, who friend of Mary or Befa. Oh, Minia, why you confused? Oh, master, no one penny sasso. The other no happiness so is answering them dinner or the actual dream on India. Over Mohammed Abdullah, something, I'll bet yet. When's the why now? Ma Arab ni friend John something one penny so obekunu kwa obekunu e che nipa ya tete no e che nipa ya man proper education wo hu ne hu a wo te but obi a onim ne hu fact one of the things ya omo ye colonization omo take away power utumi your first wadwen utumi your culture no system no e do na wa ho odin wo mu ndi so obi gisa ni ma free wa ma wa weekend wa bre wase and don't tell them before ya bre ase do. Ila before who no one no who ni obey develop ndi who be man panya oh na ka e kwai me no mai sika se ya wa yira we here o to develop and in fact the proper economics o ma kire no foreigner is developing any nation. Chinese is developed because of Chinese. America developed because of money blacks here taking slavery no. In fact it was the slavery that was the response of that. In fact, in the guy will be a person in history or money you see a resource near nipa developer. Beyond that, what did they will be using in for? And then so what may use resource near developer, I don't know when developer. Now make up go as seven okay, or say the exploitation of the resource and labor for the benefit of the colonizing power. In fact, so me can be say near one or sanka any or say historically associated European expansion and from 16th to the mid 20th century, it imposed its culture, language, religion, institution on the colonized, leading to the destruction and economic dependence. Or Sanka has said should be. Was it we way for the colonial extracted resources and labor to enrich themselves, often at the expense of the local population. And you use who the developer here. Now other than they who use our resources, no people need developer. Now still, also call, swear for now what they want more. I mean, in the ends, the benefits a bit, ya dream better. Go use resources, no one call for the developer, labor, and no natural. Na Sunday money there were how. Now one day who sang wow chase Cassan call semi circle develop. The young call for the go developer and go for mine. No major woman ya man for, or major ye mine and mine ya man for. Ah, minianum, a brave song. But be anyway, bit man, a year many year as I said, Tragana. Say ye dear Fessica, some ye dear million. Say a 10 year master send a system the work ye did wa. We have to quiet. But it's part of colonization. Ne what on my end. Man come master wha being ye. But the result of one of the result of our education is powerless dependency and helpless. Do you ever be needing Ghanaian Bia or who knows on set on fata? Want me yet, or need to me, and no question because I'm colonizer. I made the men near my David want me David want me saw near mam. Am I helpless? Am I wounded away? No. Minianum metima akoso a cheche nema bebre na nema pache nya say there is no benefit to colonization. Obi a waka che say education bizarre say can benefit ko ka che say education, religion, ni language. All right. Sa nema me nse say ewo. Ade na say ye dwan free e mai mu. Ade na ye dwan say ye ko ba bia na ebe yiye. Nti na ye say wo sa ade na wo say benefit na emwa ma wutimi dwan free ho a wo tu kwan wo pa bi say zan e pa zan we di akwa. Na benefit. But once you also pay adwuma, you pay industry firm. And then if there is a benefit to colonization, it should be seen say a factory or a jobs or create a industry or because I don't know ama obi tu kwan o kita religion o kita education o kita ila na offer benefit so onyane na enya benefit so bi ka James ade bi ye fasode ma me na sa fasode no me dwale free ho na me kope fofura na e chew se na me kope na fasode na ye no kure so that is the development amai obi enu a o export African point on export religion obi enu a say o ko China say me kwa akofa China religion aba but ye koto goods and services nyema o mani hia na manfo hia na import. There's I don't mind be our president, the president who took one developer, they are not going for religion, they are not going for education, say one for education, one for religion, one for language. That is not it. Chinese in Kobe be say one for language man develop. No. So to tell you nyema hu hia, I was for nyema hu hia wo we are seeing as industries and firms. Na no they develop colonizers in him say no hu hia to am obi abi. No. Na niema odi in fact what niema say ne colonizer obi obedi wo so de ma obi niema ka wo hia unnecessary is needless and useless bibia but yenti asenti ya rape mu ka kire be say rape hu won fa so ya no eno na ye kire wo school eno na ye kire wo summo minuanom ka we kata ben wo rape me kire me fa so e wo rape ho o minua na ni fra ben ni braso se ni patuntum yebe dwene na ya te niema bi ase niema odi bre obi a hu hia ene na ama wo nkoso no ene ama ye yiedie ego so ye bo ntwetwede ye nte ho ase na ya yerai minianom me buta nyina ne se me no yebe dwen niema hu na ya hwe na ye nyina ye nyante ase wo niema mu na ya sore se before na ye nye confused people ba bia before you confused omuni momo amba na wo de obi atare abehye na obeda hu ne ho apete no wagine ho adi na yenye hu ni me buta nyina ni mene obemfo kwabitwim dante mane mbeje sa wo de niema be kwa adwendwem me da se